Welcome to another Hot Tuesday production of the Project Filter Pro-4 division as they get set to kick off the Ninja Kitty Fireworks Diamond Cup here at Meridian Speedway. This event will make up race number 4 on the schedule for the Pro-4 division as we kick off another 25-lap main event here at the Concrete Jungle. We welcome in your 2021 champ Ryan Bailey and our very own Weather Dan. How's it going, guys?
It's good to be back. I like coming down to Meridian Speedway. It's always fun.
Always fun to do these calls on these races. Yeah, I lived them out there on the track, but it's a different perspective to sit out here and watch what the spectators see. I get to see what's on the track, I get to see what happens behind the wheel, but seeing what happens outside the track is a little bit different.
25 laps on deck tonight. Jordan Harris swept the first 3 races of the season. Let's see if we can get a fresh new face in victory lane tonight.
A lot of good cars out there. That 33 is due for a win. So is that 77. We'll hope that these guys can get up there and contend for that win. We need to see some fresh faces for the season.
Well, hey, before we kick this off, let's send it down to our very own Weather Dan.
Thanks, AJ. Currently, it's 82 degrees with 36% humidity and partly cloudy skies. Winds from the west at 8 miles per hour. We have a 10 to 20% chance of rain, so you might want to bring a light jacket. All in all, these drivers are set up with what could be the last cooler days of summer. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Dan, and he wasn't kidding. The last few cooler days of the summer, the next few races are set to be mid to upper 90s, if not in the hundreds. You can see us getting ready, but we can show the qualifying lineup there. Jordan Harris put out at 14.297, which is pretty much par for the course this time of the season. The track gets a little bit warmer. Not to mention, Diamond Cup weekend, we get slower from all the methanol that gets dropped on the track. Good qualifying by 77. At a 14.322, and not much separation there with Jessica Harris. Only 0.03 of a second behind second place. What a great qualifying by her.
Yeah, good job for Jessica back from college. Good to see Andrew Prince back out here. He was incredibly fast in the heat race earlier. Here's our pit reporter, Mackenzie Wells.
Andrew Prince didn't have much of a great qualifying. He went out and practiced the second practice session, but ended up cutting out early so that he could get into his truck. He's pulling double duty tonight. He's in that truck. He's also in that Pro-4. So as you can see, the starting order got jumbled up just a bit.
Good run for Andrew and the rookie Nico Heinzel. Got a good solid field. 25 lap single main for the night. Fast qualifier will start in the rear of the field. Look at the other cars on track. Some sprint cars, super modifieds in town for the weekend. Big night.
And here we are lining up for our main event.
Fist bumps all around. I even saw Jeff Wade getting in on the action there, saying good luck to Jessica Harris.
Nico Heinzel and his in-car cam. See the rest of the field there out in front of the 22 car. Checkered flag for the sprint cars, man. Those guys are fast, putting down 11-second laps all day long. Gotta love it.
At the face cult starting lineup, pole position, Andrew Prince, and on the outside, Nico Heinzel, rookie.
Second row with 10-time champion Ken Chandler and Jessica Harris on the outside. What a great qualifying effort by her.
On the inside of row 3, championship row, your 2021 champ Ryan Bailey, and on the outside, defending 2-time champ Jordan Harris. 6 cars make up the field. We've run through our onboards here. Jordan Harris in that H&H Auto Cam.
Grubbing some tires, getting ready to go racing. Ryan Bailey with the specialty supply Dennis Dillon cam.
And Jessica Harris with Kim's cars.
And the legend Kenny Chandler with that Project Filter on board.
Nico Heinzel with Richard Ragdale Photography and Kim's Cars.
All right, we're getting everything set up here.
Coming back down the backstretch, lined up 2x2, we are in race form. Getting ready to take that green flag, roll through 3, get ready to come to the starting box. We are going green.
Got a Krusty's green flag, and we're off.
See the 51 gets a little bit of run to the inside of Nico Heinzel there. That inside groove is sometimes preferred, especially when tires are cold. So we'll see what they can do. See if Nico can size everything back up, get a better run on that 51 car, and do anything for that first place.
As we pop on board here with Kenny Chandler, the field immediately went single file there. Not something you usually see in this class.
Yeah, it was an odd start. Usually you got some double wide racing. Looks like we're going to see some double wide racing there for fourth there with the 22 inside of the 77. But yeah, to see him file out that quick, that almost looked choreographed, but no choreograph there. Just everybody filed out like they needed to. It's going to keep us safe, keep us racing. Hopefully you have some good, clean racing.
Yeah, with that good onboard look with H&H Auto and Jordan Harris. It was good to see rookie Heinzel out there in second position. We'll see how long he can hold that.
No problems for Kenny Chandler in the smoke-free 33.
Ken Chandler waving his hand out the window, telling the other drivers that he's got some issues. Looks like he may be pulling into the pits. Some complications for the 10-time champion, Ken Chandler.
We stayed green on the track.
Ken Chandler pulls off. Andrew Prince pulls away, and he's extending that lead.
Andrew Prince and the Peekaboo Angler Ford pulling out to a 2.5 second advantage already, just 7 laps in.
Hopefully Nico Heinzel or Jordan Harris can actually do something with that 51 car, because if he keeps up the pace, boy, this might be a good start for a first win for Andrew Prince.
Another guy looking for that first win right here on board with the 12, Nico Heinzel. Running very solid to start this season off. 3 races in, he's second in points. That's pretty good for a rookie.
That's a pretty solid start for a rookie. The last time I remember somebody doing that was that 77 car right there, but that was a number of years ago, so it's good to see those rookies get up there and contend. Show some strength early and let those past champions know that we're here to race.
Yeah, it's nice to see Jessica Harris back in the saddle here with her taking a break from college to come down and throw a race on the books.
Yeah, she's running a part-time schedule this year. Totally understand. College of Idaho has made her pretty busy. Go get that education. That's okay. We'll see her again a couple of times throughout the rest of the year.
Defending champ closing in on rookie Nico Heinzel right now.
He can see the rear of that Melby chassis, and he's wanting to chase it down, make short work of it if he can, because that 51 is stretching that lead out. With 2 or 3 in, he was 2 seconds out. Now he's stretched out another 2 seconds for the lead for Andrew Prince. Somebody better get up there, or we need a caution. Shorten this race up, tighten up the pack.
Well, as these laps start counting down faster and faster, we always see Jordan Harris up at the front towards the end of every race. So, you know, if you can get around Nico, maybe he does have a chance with 12 to go to hunt down Andrew Prince, but he's almost got a 5-second gap here. It's going to be hard to beat.
Even with 0.4 of a difference in qualifying efforts, if you start doing the math and he gets out there, he's only got 11 to go, it's going to be an effort for that 22 car to catch that 51, especially if that 51 keeps up those low 14s that I know he's running right now.
On board here with Jessica Harris, just going a lap down. Even with the blistering pace from that 51, she did qualify 3rd today, and she stayed fairly competitive, so good showing for the 03.
Well, with Jordan moving up, he's the biggest mover, 4 places. Obviously, he's found himself in the 2nd position, but a 5-second gap, I don't know if he can close it down with the race being only 8 to go.
No surprise on the 22 being a big mover. He has qualified quick in most races this year, so it doesn't surprise me that he's starting back in the back and working his way up through. That's how you make points here. The passing points are huge in this class, so hopefully get himself into a good position. He can make some more passing points, hopefully collect up that championship.
Well, and right here, you know Andrew Prince, he's been in this position before. He's a little nervous, waiting for that late race caution, hoping something like that doesn't happen and tighten the field up. Andrew already running double duty this weekend between the Pro-4s and the trucks. He's actually completing 5 races in 2 days, so you know he'd love nothing more than to see this race go green all the way to the end and collect up that first win of his career. 4th place running here, Ryan. Maybe not running out front like you'd like, but how are things going so far anyways?
So far, so good. It used to like the colder temperatures, but for some reason it usually comes on with these hotter temperatures. The last year it did the same thing, 2021, obviously, with the championship. It did amazing. So I don't know what changed in between those few years, but for some reason that car likes the hotter temperatures.
Just 2 to go. It's basically Andrew Prince and the rest of the field at this point. Jordan Harris desperately tries to track him down.
Nearly 6-second gap now. Andrew Prince over the rest of the field with face cult 1 to go.
That 1 to go, that's a hard-pressed one. This is basically Andrew Prince's race to lose.
Less than a quarter mile to go. The wait is finally over. For the very first time in his Pro-4 career, Andrew Prince takes the Peekaboo Angler Ford to victory lane in the Diamond Cup. What a race. Jordan Harris, 6 seconds back in second place. Nico Heinzel, Ryan Bailey, Jessica Harris, and Kenny Chandler round out the field.
Well, congratulations to Andrew Prince, first win of the season. It's looking really good out there.
That's a great deal for Andrew. He tugs a long ways to come down here and put on a show with us. Not to mention, he's got some pretty good depth with his family, being in racing for so many years. He double duties it, so he was out there with his truck this weekend also. I think it was mentioned that he ran 5 main events, 5 races this weekend, not to mention all the practice time. He's got more laps than any of us, and a lot of laps than most of us combined.
Well, check out the runner-up in points. Nico Heinzel putting on a clinic to start the 2023 season. Keeping that 22 of Jordan Harris honest to finish out the rest of the season.
See a big celebration there. You see his dad there on the four-wheeler, Shane Prince. Shane has got some history with the Craftsman Truck Series. What an amazing family to come down here and do some racing. Big celebrations from those guys, and it's rightfully deserved.
Hugging his dad on the front stretch. We check out the point standings. Surprise, surprise, up top, Jordan Harris jumps out to a 57-point advantage over the rookie Nico Heinzel. But top 4 right there, all within 88 points. Anyone's championship at this point in the game.
88 points is not far out of the stretch. If we have a couple of complications with those top 2, could be a tight championship battle here towards the end of the year.
Let's send it down to Dan Christensen. I think he's standing by with your first-time winner, Mr. Andrew Prince.
For 2 years now, you've been making the haul here to Meridian Speedway. You are now a main event winner. How does that feel?
I mean, it feels awesome. I mean, when I took the checkered flag, I mean, there was a huge sigh of relief. I mean, I haven't had the best car the last 2 years, but I mean, I felt like I've really done everything I could to get to this point, to be in victory lane, and to finally be here, it's surreal. I mean, it feels awesome. I mean, being able to run against people like Kenny Chandler, Ryan Bailey, Jordan Harris, I mean, being able to run against all these people, I mean, it's an honor. And to be able to go out and run with the best of them and to beat them, it's awesome. I mean, I hate that I had to start in the front row. That's not at all what I want to do. That's not at all how I wanted to win. I'll take it, but I look forward to starting in the back and winning one.
For the past 2 years, what's been the major concerns? You've talked about different mechanical issues and just what came together to finally make this win.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like every race there's something that we find on this car. I mean, it ran a Honda the last time it was actually raced. We converted over to a Ford, and I mean, we didn't do it the way we should have. We were just trying to get it together just to get a car out. We just keep finding electrical issues, just things we're using old wires to wire our Ford, and it just wasn't working. Just anything you can think of, a battery mount breaking and grounding out the car and just everything. But, I mean, really, I mean, I hate to say it, but I haven't touched the car all year. We unloaded it in twin, ran practice laps, ran just great. I didn't touch it for this race. For the first race of the year, it was really fast. Unfortunately, I lost it to Jordan at the little end of the race there. And then we brought it out today. It's been on a trailer for the last 2 months, and my back's been broken. We unloaded it, we set the bar, put pressure in it, and went on and did the same thing. So.
With that fact of your back being broken, you've missed a lot of this season. You got your win tonight. Hey, what's next for you for the rest of the year?
I'm looking forward to getting a win on a dirt bike now. No, I'm looking forward to just getting these trucks figured out. They're a whole different animal, but I'm having an absolute blast. Yeah, buddy! Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting the trucks figured out and maybe going to getting a victory in the trucks. Knocking off the one time over here to the champion Drew. But yeah, no, I just look forward to another great year. My back's been feeling great, and so.
Who do you want to thank?
I want to give a huge thank you to Peekaboo Angler. They've been my sponsor for the last 2 years at my primary. and they've been awesome to me. I mean, they do everything I ask. But I want to give a big thank you to PQ Angler, Bad Fast Engineering, my father. He's the master behind this. I'm just the driver. I want to give a big thank you to Hot Tuesday. I mean, you guys bust your ass every single week to come out here to make a video for us or the trucks, whatever it is. And I mean, we were very, very appreciative of this. I mean, it's awesome to be able to go home and show our family and our sponsors these videos. I also want to thank my Nana and Papa, Grandma and Aunt Shan, Mom and Dad, Highline Power Sports, my Uncle Roy Boots. I want to give a big thank you to Commercial Tire, and I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in and watching Hot Tuesday's video.
All right, keep your eye out for Andrew Prince, 51. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Dan. Let's send it down to our very new pit reporter, Miss Mackenzie Wells with Nico Heinzel.
All right, Nico, you've been driving in the Legend class and the Singer class last year. How do you like the Pro-4 class this year?
A lot of fun. They move through the corners pretty fast, and yeah, that's kind of the biggest difference there is they just stick a lot better.
All right, and also, how do you like being a rookie in the Pro-4 class so far?
It's definitely fun. You get to learn a lot from the older veterans and figure out the line, and it just helps me out a lot to figure out how to get faster and get better at racing, and it's just nice.
Do you have any favorite memories so far this year?
So far, I think it's probably just been running like door to door next to Kenny Chandler. Just exciting, you know, running next to the 10-time champ, having some battles with him.
Well, who would you like to thank tonight?
I like to thank my dad, my grandma, my mom, Anthony, and Kim's Cars, and Richard Ragsdale.
This is Mackenzie Wells, Pro-4 pit recorder. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Appreciate it.
Good to see Mackenzie on the track. We'll see her in the 03 car, Jessica Harris, here before too long. Nice to have her insight on things. Good to have her part of the program.
Next race coming up right back here at Meridian Speedway, the American Staffing Twin 25s.
Twin 25 laps are always fun to run. Just when you think you got a handle on things, something throws into it. They do a full invert for those, so if you run fast in the first one, you may end up starting in the back of the second one. So we'll see how that goes next weekend. Other than that, you can see a big crowd of people out there for Diamond Cup, a lot of autographs being signed, a lot of fans comes out, sees this race, watches us perform, and we appreciate every second of their time.
Well, and with that, as always, we thank all of our fans and our sponsors for the support. I'm Mountain Packard here with Daniel Christensen and Ryan Bailey.
Reminding you, it's not a day of the week, it's a state of mind.
Thanks for tuning in.